Good evening, everybody. Well, one side in pole position to qualify for Europe, meeting one side in real danger of bowing out of the race. It is safe to say life is good for Pats right now, into the Cup semi-finals, and according to the manager, in with a shout of winning the title. Yes, it may be out of their hands, but considering they are just 8 points behind Shamrock Rovers, have a game in hand and still have to play Rovers, hopes are high.
Kelly, a real pacey winger. Here he goes.
Here he is. Gets it off Horgan and goes driving at that St. Pat's defence. Good dangerous ball in there. Cross come shot. No real danger to the St. Pat's goal, but it's a shot in anger for Dundalk in their first real opening of the game. Now Daryl Horgan. 3 players inside the penalty area for Dundalk. Lovely mazy run, and he stands it up towards the back post. It was inviting, it was defended, and it's going to be a corner kick.
That lovely play, good build-up play from Dundalk. Paul Doyle picking up in the midfield, breaking away from Adam Murphy, slips to Martin coming in off the right wing, switches it back out here. Daryl Horgan 1v1. Shamrock tries to hold him off, doesn't do enough.
They look to recycle it. Another dangerous ball sent in there. Pat's doing enough to get it away. Back they come again to Dundalk. So inviting as it came right across that 6-yard box, and nobody could get a significant touch on it. And it's a let-off for Pats. It's another chance for Hooban and Dundalk.
Yeah, I think it was Kelly was the one that went for it in the end. A half clearance from Chris Forrester, off balance, driven back into the box. Just fails to make touch. I think it was Kelly that was the one. Fails to make a touch on it. Line has gone to ground already. Probably the clearest chance to match. See him just hovering in there waiting. Joe Redmond trying to get back goal, so it doesn't make it. He just loves it. Missed them particularly comfortable in that position, I'd say. But just overhit. Mulroney couldn't catch it.
Norman headed that one away. And now St. Pat's could perhaps get a little bit of joy here. McClelland has to look over, thought he was fouled and clipped on the way through there. The referee was in a great position. Damien McGrath waved that one away.
Benson did great though to go back and make the tackle on him.
So too did Forrester there, just getting it well off Hooban. And St. Pat's have got Dundalk stretched. Lovely play, still there for Pat's. And it's blazed over in the end. He saw his name in lights. Morgan gets a shot away. Goes wide off the target. It was a lovely move by Dundalk. The finish wasn't there though.
Yeah, it was a little ball in. Millie Coco picked out Horgan's rump in the number 10 position, going across in behind Norman. Took it very well in his chest, got a spin, went with a cross shot just outside the far post. Here we see the little ball in. Look, just in behind Norman, does the same.
It's picked out. And now here's Millie Coco. Back inside, Kelly! It wasn't too far away. A wonderful save for the goalkeeper. Just to claw that one away, Dean Linus.
Yeah, well, it all came from Norman tried to play the ball Mulroney up the touchline. He slipped and didn't get it. Davies ran away, and once that happened, Dundalk had players over. Ball in here, cut back, lovely cut back, little step over, and Kelly gets the shot away. It's at a good height, but he still has to do a bit. Dean Linus does very well. Hooven's cut back. You just see here, little step over.
To Norman, introduced during that first half following that injury to Axel Sjoberg. Flag is straight down for now. Pats have got in behind. Mulroney available in support as they pull this one back across as St. Pats take the lead. Well, they began the second half well and they have been rewarded. Lonergan with the celebrations. And it was a wonderful move, Brian.
Yeah, well, Redmond's a long ball forward. I said they played 2 early ones in behind. That was the 3rd early one in behind the fence. Lonergan looked like he nudged Mueller off the ball. I wondered would the referee give a free kick. Takes his time here. Looks up. Is he shooting? Bit of a cross shot. Enough to beat the goalkeeper, but Mulroney makes sure it goes into the net. He's the one claiming it.
Here you can see Lonergan, heroics last week in the Cup. It's his goal. It's gone through. It's another goal for Lonergan. Well, it was a good Pats move. They have certainly began this second half with real purpose.
It looks like that Lonergan's ball went all the way to the net, but Mulroney was the one that was forced to make sure it was going to go into the net. But you know, big breakthrough in this game. Pats not having played very well, but slightly different intense at half time. The third early balls, as I said, forward for Lonergan. Did well in the first half of the ball, getting into his feet. Not had too many chances this season. Conor Carty's been first choice, Owen Doyle early in the season. He's been good holding up the ball in the first half and has played into him. Scored a brilliant goal up in Ballybough last week, 5 minutes to go. Earned him a starting spot tonight. Took that well.
Now the goalkeeper is feeling the effects of that. It was a big shout from the manager, John Daly.
Yeah, they say just a little bit of contact. Muller beaten, takes his time.
Redmond again. First time clearance by Linus. Lonergan up against Loggett. Lonergan's on his way again, and Lonergan chips the goalkeeper. 2-0 Pats. He can't stop scoring. 2 for Lonergan, 2 for Pats. The celebrations tell its own tale. St. Pat's are flying it, and so too is their number 10.
Well, same scene. Pats played around the back a little bit, threw Dundalk on, back to Linus, long boot forward, over the top, and Lonergan just gets away between the centre halves again. I think it was Slug at that time, wasn't able to deal with him. Doesn't look like a huge fella, but showed a bit of strength to hold him on. What about that for coolness? Ball hopping, goalkeeper out off the line, takes a bit of control on it, gets a lovely little touch. There's the tussle. Now he's onto it. Now he times it. Look at it, inside the foot. Beautiful. Bounce on the line and up into the net. Well done, Tommy Lonergan. 2 good goals.
4th league goal of the season for Tommy Lonergan, who, as we said, scored 12 for UCD last season. A deft little finish. 2 wonderful goals from him personally. He's on a hat-trick now, and Pats are really on their way. Wonderful finish here, Brian.
Yeah, this suddenly Dundalk centre-half pairing doesn't look so clever as it did in the first half. And
It didn't come over as far as Kelly on this now right-hand side for Dundalk. Davies tries to slide it in towards Kelly. And they pulled it back. He has scored again against St. Pat's, and it's very much game back on. It's a lovely ball played through by Davies. And there was Daniel Kelly, who went close to scoring in the first half, but he's got one better in the second half.
Yeah, and that's just it. Only takes a minute, only takes a flash to change the game. Davies picks it up in the midfield. Anton Breslin went in after him, seemed to have initially done very well. Then he slipped, allowed Davies a bit of time to pick the pass. I think if Norman made a mistake, 2 Pats players bashed into each other. Kelly makes a little run across and tucks it under Linus. They'll be vulnerable. Generally, the back 4 has been decent since Joe Redmond came back. It would just see the ball through. It's just a mistake at the back, a misunderstanding. Like Dundalk have battled hard all through. That's a penalty, I'd say now.
Heavy challenge, penalty for St. Pat's.
Young Media takes it in the box. Another defensive error. Slugger, I think that time went across and wiped them out of it. Perfectly timed tackle on Doyle, the earlier one on the other side of the box, but this time he doesn't get away with it. Young Media take it himself, took the penalty up with last penalty up and dirty. You see here, it's a bit like the one of the match last night with Brighton.
With what will be the final kick of the game, Mason Melia stands up to take the penalty for St. Pat's and scores it. The birthday boy scores a 3rd goal for St. Pat's. All 3 points are going to go to St. Pat's. And Brian, in terms of how you celebrate your 16th birthday, that's not bad, scoring a senior goal for St. Pat's.
Well, look, this lad's going to be a player. This lad has a massive future in the game. I don't say that lightly about 15-year-old turning 16 today, but he has great quality. I said he lost the ball a couple of times tonight in areas he shouldn't lose it in. But he's a player. I've seen him scoring a few goals here. The first time against Wexford in the League Cup match, scored against UCD, took a calm penalty in up and dirty under severe pressure, turned out to be the winning penalty. That wraps up the game tonight for him. I don't know how long he's going to be here in the future, but we should enjoy him when he's here. Look at this for calmness, look at this for accuracy, finish, towards away, joy. That should wrap her up for Pats. Very, very important win for the Saints tonight. Great joy.
Celebrations tell their own tale. 3 points for St. Pat's, a massive 3 points for St. Pat's. The run just keeps on going for St. Pat's. Edges them that step closer to European football. And if we're talking about a title race, they are doing all they can to push Shamrock Rovers and Airtricity ahead of them all the way. It was a hard-earned win. The first goal from Tommy Lonergan on the 49th minute. He scored a second after 57 minutes to add to his cup goal last week. Although Daniel Kelly got Dundalk back into this game. The birthday boy, Mason Amelia, with virtually the last kick of the game. Joy for the home fans in Inchicore. It has finished here. St. Pat's 3, Dundalk 1.